Hello and welcome. Wow, that took ages and ages. I had the Ring of Death. Now, first thing first, massive congratulations to the design team of the Smart Brick and the live stream that's just happened on the website. They have incredible job putting all of those bits and pieces together. So I've made notes with different bits and pieces that we'll be going over. And of course, we'll also just be taking a look at basically the aftermath of last night, because going by different bits and pieces, certain things have sold out very, very well in store. Do believe that the Smart Brick stuff in London has done very, very well as well. And I just want to do a sound check with a couple of people because that literally had a ring of death saying live stream not available. So it took about 4 minutes for it to actually connect. So fingers crossed, everybody in the chat is good and we're all right. And we'll just crack on and go from there. So first thing first, the people that are probably interested in, is there going to be an individual Smart Brick available to buy? No, is the answer to that. Not yet, anyway. There is also more features to come that you can unlock for a lot of different bits and pieces. And they went over all of the sets of these nice and briefly. It plays a lot more music than what I thought it did. They went into really, really good detail of all of those little bits and pieces. So there's a poll running as per normal, and it says, "Did you watch the Lego? Did you watch the Lego Live Smart Brick?" Yes, it was good. Was it on? We'll watch the replay. Yes, I have more questions. I missed the live in that. Hello, hello, hello to Oddly. So yes, I think they did a really good live stream for the Lego group, and like I said, I have got stuff. We have got, with regards to all the different pieces, like you've got, for example, they've got the Bluetooth mode that's on there. Let me just do the basic stuff. So you've got Shake to Wake. It took 7 to 8 years to develop. There's no brick on its way out just yet. The battery life for hardcore play lasts for 45 minutes, and it takes 2.5 hours to charge. There's a green, yellow, and red light on there to let people know. Minifigs react when they're just close to the brick. They don't actually have to be on it. The Dewback actually sleeps, and you can wake the Dewback up. The band plays music. The throne plays music. It's a 4.1 mil chip, which is smaller than a single stud on the inside. There's a 2-player mode. The functional app update, which they kept going on about, is just for future when they unlock more different bits and pieces in the Smart Brick. It now sounds like they are going to go really big on this with the Smart Brick, because they basically made it clear that when things happen in the future, is what they were talking about. So you've got, it's all to do with open-ended play. So basically the Smart Brick is clever enough to realize that if me and you played with the same set and we played it differently, it would make different sounds, have different conversations, and do that kind of thing. So you're not stuck in the same loop over and over and over again. There's also more sensors coming in the future. Definitely don't put it in water, and it's been tested to the inch of its life. The X-Wing sounds pretty tasty, to be honest. The throne music, like I said, it plays all right. But yeah, there's a lot to sort of cover with the actual live stream. I highly recommend you guys and girls watching the live stream, because just something like this, I know the set itself people might not like too much, but they just put Yoda on here, and when they put one thing on, it made one noise when it tips one way. It's got an axis point, so basically depending on what it is you do, if you turn the ship upside down, the minifigures basically start to scream. If you just randomly put the chip inside of another set and you were flying that around, they would then just be talking to each other. So obviously you're not limited to it. They did make it extremely clear that these sets are designed for the Smart Play. It's more about play focus than what the actual almost like finished result is, with regards to how they had to make sure that they were more sturdy than normal. So they had to either shrink them down a little bit, and they really did stress test a lot of the stuff. So they did make it very, very clear. So it was a very interesting, it was a very good live stream, to be fair. They did do a very good job. And they had a master builder over there as well, which was incredible. Carl, his name was, and the stuff that he built while on the live stream was just nuts. Now, to find the live stream that I've just done, you go obviously into the Smart Play. Now, for some reason, if you go into About, it should pop up there. So it's in here. So you just come down. You can then hit live first to the third, and it will just take you. Did you miss the live stream? Well, there we go, and then you can just watch it. So that's it. This is the live stream. Very, very, very good. She did it. She was fantastic and designed all the sounds and how just explained really cleverly how it actually makes the actual sounds itself, even though there's no actual sounds plugged into the smart brick. So it's very, very clever how it does all those little bits and pieces. So, right, let's have a quick look at if any of the smart brick stuff has sold out. They did go over all the bits and pieces with regards to. It's a shame that they're not doing the smart brick yet individually, but by the sounds of it, when this picks up pace, it is going to be, I would imagine, a worldwide release eventually, and there's going to be smart play in everything. And how they're saying it's going to work is, well, it could be endless, basically. So it's exciting for those people that want to do that kind of thing. And just with how they were using it, and you can see actually how the smart brick adds to the experience. You've got to take it up and put it back down again. And the brick is basically part of the play. I mean, it's obviously for bigger ones. No, obviously not so much, but you can see very, very clearly in a calm environment that they had it in. It should work it should work well. It should work well. So the only thing is, obviously, it's the price, isn't it? So if you're a parent paying for the price, then that is going to be the problem. But I was right with the green hammer. That is where it makes all the sound effects for the noises. It has also got all the different sound effects it makes when they charge up. The hyperdrive on the Falcon sounded really good as well. When Palpatine sat down in his throne room chair, it made all of the different music from that one. And you also had the music when Yoda was going around the thing, and also in the X-Wing. So there's a lot of it too, but you literally have to get a starter set for it to work at the moment. So that's where they've got you by the nuts, really, because you've got no choice. If you want to be able to use the hyperdrive, you either get a smart brick from Bricklink, because people will be parting them out, or you have to get an all-in-one. And then once you've got that one brick, you can do whatever you want with it. They've made it very, very clear. Take it out, put it in your city. It works. Also, they were making it very clear and encouraging you to use the smart brick in all of your other Star Wars sets. And they also said that there's not going to be a smart tile thing that you can create your own noises with. So there we go. So they are not going to be selling the brick separately as of yet. So they said that is not going to be happening. It will be something they will potentially be looking into in the future. So it sounds like it will be a big release once it's come out in a few of the other sets. But at the moment, I think it's just going to be like this. So it'll be interesting to see what the next 12 months, I think, could be quite big for this. So it does seem quite exciting. But we are obviously doing a recap madness thing. None of these are on back order as of yet, but we are going to go from here, Australia, Canada, and America, and we are basically going to be seeing what is what and what is left of those different bits and pieces. But I do highly recommend you watching it in the background and just sort of getting a better understanding of how the actual smart brick works. It was the questions that were being asked were the ones that we've been asking, and they did answer them. So they were just doing a normal sort of selling pitch and doing some of the little bits and pieces. But when the big questions were starting to get asked, they didn't shy away from it. So that was pretty cool. So we have got the upscale minifigure, so that's not on back order. I do believe some people have been saying that this is sold out in certain regions, so we'll have to find out what's that. So before we start going through, who's crumbled with regards to getting any of these sets? Well, we don't know. They didn't say anything about that Ultra Bricks. They didn't say anything about that at all. So again, with the research that's been done, there might only be 2 sets for Pokemon, or there might be loads. And I keep saying, if there's loads, they can't sell the Pokemon sets worldwide, because they didn't say that's the only thing they kept quiet in the live stream, because they were in London live, and they're like, oh yeah, we've had a really, really busy day in London. You could tell they're a little bit tired because they had obviously been speaking to everybody all day for the launch of the smart brick. So a credit where credit's due. They've probably been going non-stop since the early hours of this morning. But they did not say that the smart brick was just limited to certain regions at the moment. They literally were like, oh, if you want to see it in the UK, you can do, or if you want to go to America, you can do. Now, of course, if the smart brick with Pokemon, and if it is in Pokemon, fair enough, but that has to be a worldwide release. because they were saying about, oh yeah, you can use the smart bricks in your current Star Wars sets, and you can do all these other little bits and pieces. And obviously, you can like make your cantina a little bit different, a bit more fun with like the Master Series universe stuff and all that kind of thing. Well, if you can't get the Pokemon sets in that country, then they can't say that and do that. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'm to be honest. If they put the smart brick in the Pokemon sets, it just has to be a worldwide release. If it's not going to be a worldwide release, I think that it's just going to cause more problems than what it's worth. I think that's what's going to. I can just see it happening because Pokemon collectors are just going to go mad. They're going to go. There's 7 places in the world you can get the smart brick at the moment. So can you imagine? Can you imagine them spending all of that money on a Pokemon IP and not letting people around the world get the other Pokemon sets? It's nuts. Right. So they've shrunk the pages down in the UK with regards to the newest and all the other little bits and pieces. So so that's still available. How is this Model 4T getting on? 23rd of March it's been pushed back to. So that's just ticking over easy enough. What else do we have? The Project Hail Mary's done nothing. All of these have done nothing. Going by the videos of the Lego store this morning, it was packed. I said last night it was going to be busy, and the Lego store definitely was. 23rd of March as well. Obviously, clearly didn't have any time to go up to the Lego store today, and I've got no real reason to go up there for a little while. The football is still okay. Apparently, the World Cup trophy of things was selling out in certain stores, which I was a bit surprised that it was going to be. Reese, you better put a smart brick in the A-frame so it can make it can, yeah. And you might be lucky enough that it might actually make a fire pit noise eventually as well. So you might actually have like a little campfire. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be nice. Yeah, so the colourful length is glowing on the shelf, which is good. Yeah, I couldn't believe how I just reckon everybody went for Pokemon today with the releases of these. So they had a calm release on Friday, and then it was just chaotic because I would think they were ram raided. To be fair, I'm glad I went up when I did, but I would have been a bit shocked if I went up there and it was that busy with how quiet it was in the afternoon for the Pokemon release. Because I know there was queues. I know loads of people were queuing. So I'm assuming they were queuing for the smart brick stuff. Because by the sounds of it, London was very, very busy. They were really pushing because they're doing live in-store demos of everything as well, aren't they? And something like this, just the old car that's come out, you've got all the Formula One collectors wanting it now to add it into their pits, obviously before it starts, because when it sells out, it sells out. So it's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal. So I would imagine so, Reese. The shipping container could have gone wild. Yeah, absolutely. There could have been all sorts of stuff going on. So yeah, it'd be an interesting. It was an interesting experience, and just trying to read what some people were talking about and all that kind of thing. So yeah, the smart brick is here to stay for a long period of time. I don't think it's going to go anywhere soon because it seems to be that lots of people are very, very excited to have the minifigures just interacting with each other. That's the scary thing. Just have them stood by a smart brick and then they are just having a full-blown conversation with each other, and the conversations will change, which is a pretty cool thing. So Reese, have you crumbled in the last couple of hours with regards to ordering anything else? If anybody has ordered anything this weekend, have you got the shipping notice? And if you have ordered anything, what is it? And we can take a look at it as we go through all the different websites, because this is getting pushed back further and further. This is now into April. So it'll be interesting how far something like this goes back, because the problem is now is, depending on when the next double points is, some people that might not even have the set, it might go into double points in end of this month. And then that sucks because that's happened to me before, and they don't give you the double points. It's like, well, we just can't ship it out to you. It's like, well, can I cancel it? Like, no. Like, oh, right, okay. It didn't make a difference if you cancelled it and reordered it. It just there's nothing you can do. So you do miss out on the double points if obviously the back order gets a bit too far fetched. Oh, Zelda! It has gone on to back order. 5th of March. There we go. So people are now jumping in on Zelda. So when are you going to get yours, Ultra Bricks? What are you waiting for? Double points. The Batman logo, I would imagine, will go and sell at Smiths. I would think. There's There's a few sets that will be on sale in Smiths. But yeah, there's some nice bits and pieces. No, apparently it's not. Apparently the minifigure that is included in this one is a slightly different one to the eyeball. So the eyeball is still an exclusive character. Well, I say characters, an exclusive print on it somewhere. So I'm not too sure what the difference is between this minifigure and the other one, but supposedly there is a slight difference between the two minifigures. So, but this seems to be selling very, very well. Because I guess in store today, you would have had all the Star Wars fans, the F1 fans, and the Lord of the Rings. And of course, anybody that wanted the World Cup trophy and DC. So, yeah, it was almost like a mini January all over again for all the releases. And obviously, wanting to have some, this form of technology first and just see what it's all about. But Zelda is obviously an update one. We know this is on back order, but what's this at the moment? 8th of April. So that's not too bad. And the fact that giveaway is still available is fantastic. So I think that now is going to change the thought process of people trying to scalp the sets. Because I said it yesterday, how many people would have bought the giveaway online as a pre-order 3 weeks ago for a couple of £100? And then they're looking at it going, oh, I can still get it with the set. So crazy. But as we're coming through, and I said this yesterday, they do DC dirty. DC isn't even on the new list. Look, see, that's it. So they have not added, when you go into their own tab, they've not bothered to do it. So this is on back order until the 23rd of March. So if we now have to type in Batman individually, it will come up with these, and these are the other ones that were done, and they're all still available. But I think people have forgotten that these have come out. It's naughty, I think. Naughty. So everybody's liked the video so far. Thank you very much indeed. And of course, if you have bought anything, done anything, or wanted to get anything, then just let us know. With regards to the points, you have got your different awards that went live on the 1st today as well. So you have got this. Why does that say redeem award? I've redeemed my award. Huh? That's scary. I'm assuming if I click on it, it'll give me the code, will it? Hang on. I'm going to just do a quick... I'm going to get Lego USA uploaded in the background. You could jump over to America. I'm just going to click on that and see what it says. Right. You're of an American. I've been given the confirmation email. Yes, I have. There we go then. See... There we go. I've reached my redemption limit. Fine. That's fine because it's on. I just need to find out. So that is not available now in America. This is not available in America anymore, I do believe. And of course, this is something else that you can pick up, and it ends clearly. You've got until the 31st of December. So there's not a limited run of these. You just got to save your points up to get it. So they have done it differently to the Pokemon Center. It's a bit cheeky that they've done it that way, especially for the 300th Brickhead. But at the same time, it is what it is. So that is there for people that want it. And if you didn't realize it was there, then at least now you do. Right, we will do what we have been doing. We'll go straight over to America. What's on back order, what's not, yada, yada, yada. And then just see the other bits and pieces because it's different all the way around the world. Let's go through. So there is the thumbnail, which is a glorious looking thing. There we go. So this is on to the 19th of March. So it's still available on the Lego website. I would potentially think that the big differences between the UK and the States is that it's easy enough for us to go to the Lego store first. So people don't really start to attack or abuse the website until it sells out with their local Lego store. So potentially, if anybody goes shopping, say Monday, and it's not there, then the back orders will sort of daisy chain through. But that's been knocked back to the 19th of March. We can see why, because the Santa one is really very good. So, is anybody tempted to add this one into their collection or not? Not so much. Got set 40575 coming. What's that? 40775. What does Reese have on the way? 40575. 40575. Is it loads in the background? What is it? Oh, you got the little giveaway. The Year of the Rabbit. Is that the one it is? Yeah. The Year of the Rabbit. That'd be a nice little build here. So yeah, there's a couple of different years of. There's a few of them. But that's a good find. That's a good find, that one. So you collecting all of the Chinese New Year sort of bits and pieces. Right, that is the blue astronaut. Again, I have to keep doing it this way because it gives us extra stuff otherwise. So what else is on back order from the States? All the brickheads are fine. Isn't it weird? The Sally's flower pot is on a big-ish back order in the UK. All of these are still here. London Bus has done nothing. There's your other brickheads. They're all right. Jay's Dragon Mech is everything's still okay. Train's still all right. F1 stuff, all the F1 cars. How is this? Who is buying the most expensive set in the history of the Lego Group? You are spending $1 per brick. 18 pieces for $20, and it's the same in the UK as well. Because obviously we know it's a joke because we know that these things are very big molds, and of course the pieces are bigger, but it's expensive. It is expensive. You're paying a lot of money for Peppa Pig, a lot of money for Peppa Pig. So anybody that is from the States, I'm assuming somebody that will be watching this at some point has potentially picked up the Peppa Pig. Right, as we're coming back through, what else is there? Peppa Pig's on back orders. That's coming soon. Pre-order. Create a minifigures shop now. They're all pre-orders. The car. Oh, there we go. So it's just different things. So the Otter is on back order. We know. Well, we did see it in Australia. I thought this would be on back order in America as well, but obviously not. So 19th of March for the Hail Mary. It looks like this is a big seller in the States, but nothing again in the UK. But of course, we said this yesterday. It's just how many units that they are starting to get out. Oddly, hello. I want the Temple of Ejitsu now. Yes. Yeah, enjoy the rabbit, Reese, says Ultrabricks. Well, just one lucky fella who got it. Who got it? So I'll be getting the upscale at some point. No, sorry, that was. So hang on. Have I just shown off the rabbit set, and it's not actually the rabbit set that you're building? Come on, have you just? What is the habit of you not giving me the wrong SKU code and then trying to defend yourself? you defend yourself in the chat. It's like, no, I haven't just bought a rabbit. I bought something else. What what is it you've just bought, Reese? And I'll put it back up on the screen. So Oddly has picked. Oh, the Ginger Cat is on back order as well. So what's that on back order to? 19th, not too far. So 18 more days and it'll be with you. So that's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. The Clogs Pooh. They've got both of these are on back order here. Isn't it amazing? Everybody's got completely different tastes. So Winnie the Pooh's on back order here, but not in the UK. Piglet is on back order in the UK, but Schumacher is on back order in the UK, and it's not on back order here. So that's the 19th of March as well. Nothing sold out, so it's not too bad. Football, I think, which is going to end up going into a sale. The F1 car, again, it just seems to be the F1's not very popular in America. Zelda's still there. That's still there. We know the Venusaur jobby is on. That's 60 days. You're still getting the giveaway with that? Yeah. See, they've done such a good job with that. Such a good job that you can just get it no problem. They are giving you as much as they possibly can with that. So hopefully that's the so you get the boxes. We don't get that over here. I wonder why you get the boxes of 6 and we don't get any boxes of stuff. I've always found that a little bit bizarre. Right, the stuff over in America. Don't forget, we're over in America for the rewards. Your rewards are selling out, aren't they? Yes. So your reward mini Pokemon Center has gone. You've gotten to the end of day today to get your sweepstakes in for the Creel House. And apparently you guys have sold out the fish tank. How have you bought? How? I don't know. And you've got this. This should still have the same date, end of 2020. Oh. Yours is a different date to ours. So yours ends on the 1st of January 2028. And in the UK, it's December of 27, I think. So they've got different sort of shut-off points all the way around the world. Right. Yeah, I think that's it. Reese has just got himself a white rabbit. What a thing to show off on this stream. How can you brag about getting yourself a big rabbit? Callum, sorry. I've just seen Callum's comment. How are we today, Callum? Yeah, so Reese going to wait for double points on that. There's a lot of things for double points. Let's have a look. So, Brickable World, hello to you as well. Sorry, I had the wrong part of the chat on. Not a bit of a schoolboy error for me, so I've just changed it over, and I've seen all the live chat coming in now, which is a bit more helpful. So, good afternoon and evening, depending on where you are around the world. Hello to everybody. So, we are just diving in between all of the different websites. We've done the UK, we've got America, we'll do Canada, and then we will do the other bits and pieces as well. And of course, if you did not catch the Smart Brick live stream from the Lego Group, I do highly recommend watching it because there's a lot to come. So I can't believe you got the rabbit. $705.75. Let's have a look. Yeah. So I've just typed it in again. Sean's purchase, year of the rabbit. 705.75 is what Sean's just picked up. It's 194 pieces. If you're a fan of those kind of things, brilliant. But Reese has decided to buy himself a rabbit of all things. So congratulations to you, Reese. Right, Lego Canada. What is going on over in Canada? Let's have a look. See. So Canada, you've got a completely different thing again, because the Canadians aren't getting the Smart Brick. So the Americans are getting the Smart Brick. I find it a bit harsh because that's the American website as of now, as it is in the UK. And then you jump over to Canada and they're like, nope, we are not giving you that Smart Brick. You're not allowed it at all. It is against the rules and regulations. Right, we are looking through. Have I missed anybody else? Hopefully, guys, if you catch it on the replay. Next time you see Callum, tell him I say hello. And next time you see Brickable World, tell him I say hello. So there we go. Happy days. Hello to everybody. Liked the video so far as well, guys. Thank you very much indeed, as it does massively help with the algorithm. So, right. So Canada, you have thrown me with your completely different layout of artwork, which I'm assuming you're ahead of the game, and that's what's potentially going to be coming to us after in the next few days, because the artwork was the other thing that was pushed, and it's not available into the 4th if you don't have an insider's account. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure why that is the case, but it is what it is. So Canada has got a slap on the wrist for not being able to get the Smart Brick. I mean, obviously you can import it in, but you're just not allowed it on your Lego website at the moment. But the big vessel is still not sold out. I'm surprised it's not on a huge back order. We have to click on it individually, so it's the 19th of March, because, like I said, some of these come from the same warehouse and some of them don't, because the only reason why I know that is because when we've done this before, they've all had different dates. So I'm assuming that for certain things, it should just be the same as you in Canada, will be the same. I'm assuming you guys don't care about F1, but yeah, but you've got the tractor and market. So maybe it's the Canadians buying this up. Maybe it's the Canadians that have got far too much money to buy something like this, but this is on back order until the 19th of March. Getting a load of Star Wars stuff for pre-order. We've got those sets for back order. The Orange Cat will be on back order. Yep. So these, I'm assuming all of these are exactly the same. 19th of March. I should have written down the dates. So I've done that in the past, and they've actually been like 5 days or 10 days apart. So Canadians always seem to get the shaft for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's not as bad as Australia, though. Australia probably have nothing left, and it will take them about 6 months to get their stuff back in. And because their Canadian dollar is so weak, it's extremely, extremely expensive. So, yes, DJI, how are we? There we go. No regulations can ban me from buying from Germany. No, that is very correct. So you can get that in. Hello to Mark. How's your build, Mark? Do you have a good build today? Am I getting the upscaled minifigure says Ultra Bricks? No, I am not going to be getting that unless we think it would work in my new Miniland. Not gonna happen. Yep, on payday this month, I'll buy it, says DJI. What are you getting? Oh, the smart brick. Because DJI has just got an extremely expensive set as of a few hours ago. Have you started to calm down, DJI, that you've managed to get the Apocalypse Berg from the Lego movie? Was that an impulse thing, or have you been after that for a short while? So Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, again, should be. Yes. Yes. Lord of the Rings. So you got a complete opposite, again, to what the UK's done with regards to what's on back order and what's not. 19th of March seems to be quite popular. You've got no giveaways either. I've just noticed that. Has the Canadians only got one giveaway purchase? What is going on over in Canada at the moment? That's appalling. Hang on. Let's just jump over to America. What do the Americans? So the Americans, they've got all of these. Don't want to click it. They've got 4 of them, which is, of course, the little cat, and of course the car. Why aren't you even getting the Formula 1 car? That doesn't make any sense, because the UK, we've got these 4. So the Canadians aren't allowed a smart brick, and they're not allowed any giveaways. They're not, basically, oddly, you're not allowed a good time, I'm afraid. So you Canadians are on the naughty step. Are you going to be getting the upscaled fig Ultra Bricks? Is that on your list? It was an impulse. I was looking at listing and I saw a new condition, had something told me to buy. Fair enough, DJI. That's going to be, well, it's an expensive one. So yeah, just like Reece says, put yourself on a buying ban for a couple of weeks until you get paid, and then you can get yourself the smart brick stuff. I do if you go onto the UK website, you'll be able to watch the live stream. So I don't even think you've got access to the actual thing, which is really naughty, because we've got, it was on their own streaming thing. I don't even think it'll be on the Lego. It might be on the Lego website. On the Lego YouTube page, but you might have to go into the UK website and then find it that way, because every website built differently, which is crazy, really. So your minifigures are out of stock, and clearly this is on 60-day back order. Yeah, no surprises on that one. So I'm assuming your rewards are just as crazy. Sold out. Let me guess. Sold out Fish Tank. Sold out Pokemon Center. Yep. There we go. And then you can redeem the points. Is this going to be the first of 2028? It is indeed. So there we go. DJI, yes, I've just watched the live stream, DJI. I have been telling everybody that there's a live stream coming, and it's here, look. So if we go to a website, which is what I'm on now, you go over to the Smart Play tab, so we can see all the bits and pieces. You then click About. You've then got live. They were live an hour and a half ago. And it is a full-blown stream of everything that they've done.
We're going to do our
and it
best
was a fantastic stream of them just showing all of the bits and pieces off. And they did a really very, very good job. And when you watch it back, you can actually shop for all the sets individually. You can see you got this moment now is actually explaining it's quite an important bit actually. She did really well
The
to explain
feature?
it, but you can see how it all comes apart, and it's all to do with how they've designed it purposely for play for that kind of thing. So yeah, that's it. There was a full-blown Lego live stream, which you have to watch the replay on through the Lego website on the UK channel, because people that don't have the smart brick in their country, you wouldn't have had the link to it, which is crazy. So yes, you can rewatch it, DJI, not a problem at all. Mark says, yes, I did. I love it. And I got the Lego Dreams on my TV. Happy days, Mark. There we go. Darth will use the Force with you, Ultra, but we had zero interest in the upscale minifigures. Maybe the Star Wars one will get me. Fair enough. You can give that a go. I'm sure that'd be good. I'm sure that'd be good fun. Right, let's have a look at Lego Australia. Australia. Am I on Australia? No, this did it to me yesterday when I thought I was on the website and I wasn't, and it was very embarrassing. And I'm not going to make that mistake twice in the same space of 24 hours. So we can see that America, UK, and Australia are getting the smart brick, but oddly, is the odd one out over in Canada. That is your current thing at the moment. So there's no access to that, and there'd be no. I would imagine the rest of Europe would look like this as well, or they've still got the Pokemon thing up and running. So who knows? Who knows? But we are now over in Australia, and we'll start straight off. We'll do it reverse order. So we'll go back into the rewards thing, do it in reverse order. Because they didn't get the Pokemon Center, did they? No, they never received the Pokemon Center over in Australia. So that's tough, because people that would want to get it, they're not getting it at all. So that's the 31st December 2027. So it's the same as us. Whereas America and Canada have to be 2028 for whatever reason. So save your points up if you want to get this. But to be fair, I don't know how rare this thing's going to be now, because of, well, you can only order one. So the problem is, if you want it for your own collection, you've got to keep it, because there's no point selling it on them wanting to buy one, because you can't really do that kind of thing. So what is going on in Australia with all of the different bits and pieces that are going on? Let's have a look. See. So what have we got? The Beef Boss looks good, doesn't he? Says DJI. To be honest, I haven't got a clue who they are. But yes. Yeah, I think it should sell well, but I don't know. I've never played the game. I don't know anything about them. So it looks like a cool character. Didn't they do the beef set? Didn't they do one? I'm sure they did. Right, the dual vessel is there. It is, Reese. Well, we haven't clicked on it yet, have we? Let's click on this. So this is for Reese. When is yours? Have you been given your shipping notice yet, Reese? Good evening to Lego King. How are we? How are we? Now, I don't know if Lego King knows this, but he will have to go off and watch the Lego live stream of the Smart Brick for Star Wars, because Lego King is a massive Star Wars fan. And did you go into London today, Lego King? I know you had birthday parties and things, but did you actually manage to get down for the launch of the Smart Brick and meet all the designers that were there and speak to everybody about it, or did you just avoid it like the plague? Because Lego King's local store is where they did the live stream from. So I'm miles away going, oh, I would have actually liked to have gone to that store today and met them and just asked them a few questions about stuff. It's just in the warehouse. Yeah, well, it'll be shipping its containers to you shortly. So you can see, again, for Reese, there's all these bits and pieces, all the detail, all these stickers he's going to have to add as well. I've got a very, very funny feeling that this will be coming to the display, because I think it would scale really nicely now with the Pokemon and Bowser. I think it will just work with the smaller sets. I think it'd be silly, but I think it would work. It'd have to be side-on length, though. But it's massive, isn't it? It's massive. It's 2 and a bit base plates long, so it's going to take up some space. So it does need a bit of breathing space, this one, but it does look very, very nice and does look very, very effective. So Reese is the first one that I know that pulled the trigger on this one, but would think this might be interesting if you could get to in store, because this might be the one that a lot of people went into store to pick up, because I think all the others have always been very, very hard to get. If we went on the Denmark website, probably that would be sold out, I would imagine. I think I've actually gone on the Denmark website when we've done all these bits and pieces, because I don't think Denmark is getting the smart brick. So just figure that out for a second. The place that actually produces the pieces, they're not being used as a guinea pig. So I don't know what they have done wrong to offend everybody. So coming down again in Australia, everything's there. See, it's only the Americans that has got their space character on back order. They did a couple. They've done other boats in the past. So let's have a look. They've done trains as well, but the trains are from the years ago. If I just hang on. If I do this, and that, what's going to come up? How many? Because they will give you stuff that is still on the website, but I don't know. So out of stock. You got submarines, Falcon, the old Falcon, look, the world map, the Shrimp Shack attack, the new camp. Why that's come up, we're typing that in, I have no idea. Load of Star Wars nonsense that's been coming up for no reason at all. The helicarrier. Oh, there you go. Look, the Razor Crest was never a thing. They just kept it out of stock at 30% off. That never arrived in the UK at that price. I will. No, they haven't got anything else on that. I will find them for you. I will find them for you. So the older ships are £399 is what they are. Some of them are. So Bricklink. So yeah, it'll skyrocket in price. Skyrocket. Let's have a look. Just as a quick thing. So 10241 is a number. Here it is. Big thing. The Triple E. The same thing. Triple E came out in 2014, and now on eBay it's over £300. So it's over doubled in price. Yes, the Lego King. They did the Smart Brick launch at Leicester Square. And they've literally, as of how long have we been on? As of 43 minutes ago, they've just finished a live stream from that store launching the Star Wars brick. So all the designers were there. You could have asked them all the questions about everything and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that was a thing that they've done. What else have they done? 10152. 10152. So we're getting old school now. Look, see, old school. 2006. So you can see how the designs have changed, but obviously the boats change over a period of time as well, don't they? So, yeah, some real. There's loads. What's the Lego set that they did? I've got to pull that out of storage. That's horrific. £550 on eBay for this train. 10219. $10219 is this. I think that might be a better picture. Original box. That'll do. Yeah, get all of that from 2011. So yeah, you got a lot to pick from, Reese. You got a lot to pick from. So yeah, this is the new one. So it's not new. They've been doing it since literally the 90s, I think. But no, it does look good. It does look nice. Right. So remember, we're in Australia at the moment, and we're just looking at. So the Australians haven't done what America and Canadians have, and sold this one out on back order for. But I mean, look at it. It's $70 for 35 pieces. So that's how much the Australian dollar's crumbling at the moment. That's how expensive everything is over there. I mean, this is $30 for 18 pieces, because it was, if you think about it, it's a pound per piece in the UK. That's how what it works out to be. I mean, the Crocs look at 319 Australian dollars. So this is the one that's on back order for whatever reason compared to everywhere else. This is the 9th of April. So yeah, it's completely different the way that they have different bits and pieces on back order. Mad. Yeah, that's it. You'd like that, Lego King, but you have to watch it on the replay. It's the replay Lego website, and you can just sit down and watch it, and it shows you every single set. But no, they were there all day today for the launch of the Smart Brick, and there was the whole design team were there, like the master builders were there, the people that actually created the chips. You could just ask them loads of questions. So if I knew that, I think I'd have got on the bus to London this morning. But then if I did that, I still wouldn't be back. So I don't really think that would have. I don't think that would have worked. I couldn't have really built the Pokemon set on the bus, could I? So Winnie the Pooh, nobody cares about in Australia. They don't care about the Grand Prix. They don't care about a lot of stuff, to be honest. They don't even care about the helmet. Ah, they do care about that. This is the one, 9th of April. I think this is the one I said that is probably, that's well into the season. And it retires in December. You get 7 months out of it, don't you? You get 7 months out, so that's okay. Yeah, so the Model T went on back order in a few minutes in the UK, but it didn't over here. Over here, it was this thing that went on back order first, and the Otter. And then, yeah, they've got just a few other odds and sods. So Eevee is on back order now, 9th of April. I still can't believe how long a rod Pikachu takes to actually insert itself. So poor Pikachu is putting on a brave face, because the whole length pretty much goes up Pikachu's back bottom. Because it looks like it goes on it, but it doesn't. It actually goes in it. So yeah. I think they've done Pikachu a bit dirty on that, to be honest. Yeah. But there will be some jokes when that gets built, that's for sure. And it's back out of stock again. They can't keep up with demand. So this came back into stock in Australia, and then it sold back out again. And remember, that's 1,000 Australian dollars. But they have got this still, haven't they? So they had 5 giveaways yesterday, because this thing was back in stock with the giveaway. I still can't get my head around why this is on. Why can't we get something like this? Imagine they could just start selling. Imagine they just started to sell them and just go, you know what, have it, have the set, start to sell and buy this. Shocking behaviour. I think shocking. Nah, it's all right, Loking. Don't you worry. But yeah, the Model T went off quite quickly, so we're back over in the UK. Amazing work by these three. They did really, really well. And by the sounds of it, they were there all day. Which, let's be honest, that would be difficult. Now, the sweepstake is this. So the sweepstake is for this. You got a chance to win the full bundle of all the bits and pieces, and they did cover all the bits and bobs with regards to the smart brick all in one and the stuff that was compatible. And yeah, that's it. They were saying that, oh yeah, you just need the one brick, and you do. How they were using it, you do just need the one brick, but you have to get the brick. And they're not selling it separately yet. So you don't have a choice. You've got to get an all-in-one first to get your charger. But they have done quite a good job of not duping up on the minifigures. So that's not too bad. I'm sure somebody's going to crumble and get this. I'm sure somebody will. It won't be me. If I had the money and I was making loads of money on YouTube, which I clearly am not, I would actually have bought all of them as a live stream test and just shown them off and then got rid of them. I know, exactly, Reese. I would have had an Enterprise off the ceiling already if it's all if buts and maybes. I had opportunity and I absolutely bottled it. I bottled it. Oh well. I had to stay strong though, because if I got the Enterprise, I then couldn't have got Ninjago, and if I got the Enterprise, potentially I then wouldn't have got the Pokemon stuff. So I will get the Enterprise. I will get the Enterprise coming back round again. But is there anything, because it's only going to be a short stream tonight because we started so late? Is there anything anybody wants to take a look at with regards to anything? Don't we to recap any of the features of the smart brick or anything as we go? So just a recap with the smart brick stuff. There's no smart brick individually available yet. You've got to shake to wake the brick. You've actually got to shake it off. They wouldn't stop shaking the brick off. It's 7 to 8 years in development. The X-Wing, it has the Force theme. Batteries last 45 minutes of excessive play, 2.5 hours to charge. It has got a green, yellow, and red mode for when it starts to run out. The minifigures just react close to when they're at a brick. I said about the dewback. If you knock the dewback over and don't make a noise, then the dewback actually starts to fall asleep. The band does play a type of music. The throne does it as well. The size of the chip is obviously tiny. If you've got the 2-player modes, you can actually have the ships battling each other, and then it makes the noises like one's just exploded. So you can actually run around the house while it makes noises, if you really wanted to. You can just imagine that's probably the best feature, to be fair. If you had the 2 bricks and one of them was in the Falcon and one of them was in whatever, you could just imagine people running around like headless chickens, because that's what they're designed to be. And if they're running around and doing all sorts of bits and pieces, they make more noises. So yeah, they were fighting these two, and they were making all the sound effects and all that kind of stuff. But it is open-ended play, which is a new thing that they said. So it's different play every single time. There is more sensors to come within the smart brick in the future. Do not put it in water, and they have tested the smart brick very, very hard. And no, it is not AI. So that's not to do with that at all. But yeah, that's basically, in a nutshell, some highlights that I picked out from that. So streams for next week, tomorrow building, I would imagine. And of course, because it's a new day today, a new to start the month, I would imagine in the next day or two, they will release all of the sets coming in April. So they will push the smart brick for a day or two. And then after that, that'll be it. It'll be moving on to the next thing, because Pokemon's gone now. Think about it. That's it. It's all about this, and then this will go, and then it'll be something else. It's just, come on, that's it. We buy it, don't want it, fine. Here's something else. Tomorrow, it depends what time I get in. To be fair, it might be a build for like 90 minutes. So we might do it's either going to be a building stream at 5:30, or we'll kick things off again at 7:30, and it might just be the one tomorrow, because I don't know what time I'm going to get back in. DJI says, I will wait for the Pokemon Smart Brick set for the actual Smart Brick. Yeah, that's it. Because, again, it just depends on what set that comes in. And then you can pick that up and then you can use it, because the Smart Brick's compatible with all of the other stuff. Because they kind of hinted that it's going to be in all the themes, because it has that capability. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's going to come into City. It wouldn't surprise me if it's going to go into all of them. And I would imagine this will be its whole line running parallel for a period of time, and it might just take it all over. You might have no choice. It might just be smart play for everything. It might be for this age demographic anyway. They're not going to put it in adult sets, obviously. Can you, unless you wanted your UCS cheese flying around? But yeah, highly recommend watching that live stream. If you can't watch it in your region, if you go into the UK website and hit play, you can watch it and you can go from there. So, but yeah, we'll be kicking things off again tomorrow. Like I said, it's either going to be a build. I just don't know what time I'm going to get back. If I get back early enough, we'll try and get the other leg done. And then I want to then during the week, I do want to get well, to be fair, it might be Thursday, Friday. I'll get the Paris Open and we'll get those bits and pieces done. But yeah, there's lots of live streams to come now because I've got something to build. I can literally come straight back in, set it up, and then just crack on from whenever I get in for a few hours, have a bit of food, and then we can do the dirty double a few times a week. Depending on obviously Lego news. If there's nothing new and exciting, then obviously I won't drag it out and just keep talking about random stuff, because potentially this will be the last time we talk about the smart brick for ages until Pokemon come out. Because tomorrow will be, like I said, tomorrow will be a new day and there'll be new stuff and predictions. That's what we can do tonight. Predictions for new sets that are going to be coming out in the next 48 hours. I think we're going to start getting some of these. We've got to be close to getting some more World Cup stuff. They're going to be adding some more stuff into the editions. They have to. So yes, it is Lego King. I'll show before I go. I'll show you how to do it, so you can do it. You can see it yourself. But I predict that they're going to be doing some of this in the next couple of days. We haven't had any Potter stuff for a while. I don't know if I can't remember if April is a quiet month before May, because May the 4th stuff. Yeah, so the May the 4th stuff that'll be leaking because they're leaking like a tap at the moment. But it's not going to be shown on the Lego website, is it, until next month? So we will get March for April, and in April we'll get the May stuff. So they're always about 4 weeks ahead, and it's normally within 48 hours. So we might, again, depending on what happens, be doing a deep dive into all of the new Lego sets and just talking about what we think of them over the period of time. Because when this gift with purchase disappears, because this is on for another 2 days. So this ends on the 3rd. I just don't know what what it is they're going to be doing. So Ultrabricks thinks a Darksaber giveaway could be a good one. Yeah, that's it. If they're going to do that for May the 4th, it could well be. It's either they're going to do the Darksaber for May the 4th, or they'll do the big cheese later on in the year. Lego King asks, is anyone buying any of the smart bricks? Yes, DJI is going to be. So smart brick is only available in like 7 countries, Lego King. And a lot of people that want them, they haven't got access to them. So they're having to buy them out, through different bits and pieces and doing all that kind of thing. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough for the people that want it, but it's there and available for the people that can access it. And you're gonna have this in store non-stop for at least the rest of this month, and it'll be back again in May. I would imagine they'll be really pushing it now for the next few months for that kind of thing. But yeah, with regards to good idea, oddly smart brick. Yeah, I mean, things are. Would you want to pay the extra for it? That's the thing, because it won't be in any of the sets that I would get. Not because I wouldn't want the smart brick in the Ninjago. I don't buy any of the Ninjago sets unless they're the big ones for the Ninjago City. So they're not going to put it in that style of set. They're not going to put it in a 16 or an 18 set. So that wouldn't affect my collection as such. But for a Ninjago, they could easily just do the Legacy line with the smart brick and run the Rising Dragon without the smart brick. And then in a few years, add the smart brick to the Rising Dragon. So they could easily do that. So yeah, I know there'll be a lot of Ninjago fans because it's certain age demographics, loads of people will be jumping at it. So it's either you love it or hate it. It's that simple. So Lego King, for you, you go into the Lego website, you got the Smart Play tab at the top. Hit the Smart Play tab. It takes you to what I'm in now. Okay, hit about, and then you got live now. Click that, and then just hit play on the video at the bottom. That's it. Simple as that. Just hit tap to watch. And it was a very, very good stream. Very, very good stream. So, yeah, they covered all the sets nice and quick. You know, covered all the bits and pieces, and it did what it needed to do. And they asked all the questions you needed. So, yeah, you can see them for yourself, Lego King, and you can have a look see. But yeah, that was live out there. Color Brick Studio. How are we? Loving. We are loving. What are we loving? Are we loving life? Are we loving Lego sets? What's the crack? What's going on? So, yeah, I do believe, if I remember rightly, you were getting the Pokemon stuff. How did you get on with your Pokemon? You and your brother that were going to order them all? Sure, I recognise the name. If my memory serves me correctly. Did you order them or not? Loving life and loving Lego sets. There we go. Happy days. And you did get them. Fantastic. So what did you do? Did you get all 3 that you wanted to get? So did you order them on the Lego website? You got the giveaway with them as well? And did you manage to get the Poke Center? They fail? Why? What happened? Who failed you? Oh, it's coming. So, all right. Yeah. That's it. So they're going to take a while to come out. They won't come out straight away. So they're on back order. When did you order them within the first few hours? Or did you wait until the following day? And DGI says day 1 for Smart Brick and Ninjago. So yeah, it could well be. It could well come to that. Ninjago, it could be a thing. What have we got in our sale? I don't think I've clicked on this one for the UK. No, I haven't. I don't think I have. You bought it. Oh, you said you pre-ordered it, didn't you? Yeah, you ordered it on the pre-order. So it's still in transit. Oh, that's a shame. Because I know other people will get their shipping notices came out. So there must just be a backlog of getting your sets out. It'll turn up soon enough. So apparently this is a thing from the 27th to the 8th. And we've got quite a few. Hang on. Right. So what have we got? Let's go from most expensive. I'm gonna have to quickly do this so this is the most expensive. So you've got two Super Mario, both at 71. You've got a whatever that is at 76. You've got a One Piece at 59. That's a big price drop for that. You've got a museum. You've got the Seasons of Fun. You've got the burger, the Dura restaurant, and then you've got Buggy the Clown Circus tent. And then you've got the Sisters Clothing Shop. It keeps going. You've got they put a load of One Piece stuff in there. You got the Caravan, the garden shop. We got so carried away with Pokemon, I didn't even see that the insider stuff had been updated. We knew the offers were on because I said about America, didn't I? Let's go over to America. America is times 4 points. Offers sales for the States. Sale. And they have got times 4 points on certain things. But what have they got? Okay, so they've got pajamas. They've still got the brickhead that people want over in this country. They've got all of those bits and pieces. All of those. They've got some weird and wonderful stuff. That's different though, isn't it? Because it's not. That's the sale. I want the offers. I've clicked on the wrong thing. So your offers are on 4. Yeah, that's what we want. So you got this because that's on the selected date at the bottom. So you got the same. You got a handful, not as many, but you got a handful. How did I get onto Lego Insiders member offer? Let's have a look. Where else has that? Lego Insiders price. Canada has got it. Right, so that wasn't the right one for the States. So Canada has got what we're looking at now, which is the same as us with different bits and pieces up at the top. More One Piece stuff and the other little bits and pieces. More One Piece stuff. What we'll do, worst case scenario, if I get back late, we'll look at these in detail and just do another comparison for an hour and a half of who's got what, because there's obviously an insiders offer running, which started on the 27th, and I've missed it. Because that isn't the same as this, I don't think. So the American one is slightly different. So shop now for the American there. Oh, so the Americans are all right then. They've got times 4 points and they've got these. So I'm just gonna have to explore the website. So I have to explore the website a little bit better because America has 4 points and a lot of stuff, and they've got all of this as well. So who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Right. In Sweden, we got 4 gifts with purchase. Well, that's very true, DJI. You have, as long as you've got 4 gifts, that is the good thing. Right, guys, I will take care. Well, I'll take care. You guys take care. I will end the poll now. We'll wrap things up because we are done, finished, and done. Take care, all, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy your evening. I do very much highly recommend you guys and girls checking out the video from the UK website of the Smart Play stuff. So enjoy the rest of your evenings, days, mornings, depending it is where you are around the world. And I will catch up with you all on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.